What's up guys? Thanks for tuning in to another video. Welcome back to Shifting Lanes. And you can see I'm outside of a car wash because I'm getting the front of my car completely, well, not re-detailed, but it's gonna be clean because we're gonna finally fix all of the rock chips on the front end with the cheap product, Dr. Colorchip, to see if this thing really works. Shifting Lanes would like to thank this month's sponsor, Avalon King Armor Shield 9. Check the link in the description below to go to their website and see their ceramic coating next level product, Armor Shield 9. Use code SHIFT25 to receive $25 off your purchase of Armor Shield 9. We have this on our cars and it is an amazing product. Get yours today. Check the link in the description below or go to avalonking.com and use code SHIFT25. So here it is right after the wash. You can see all the white chips just everywhere. It's disgusting. We're gonna take this thing back to the garage and we're gonna put some paint on it. So let's fast forward to that. God, I love the way that car sounds. This thing is such a beast. V70R is looking real good after that wash. Less some dirt, but we won't, let's not talk about that. Let's talk about all these rock chips. Believe it or not, this is after a wash. I can't even believe this. These are all stone chips. Look at this. I cannot believe it. So this means one thing only, that the blending job that the shop who painted this bumper, because this was all smashed up. If you haven't seen that video, you can click the card above to find out what happened to this thing initially. But the respray job on this was blended well, but really not thick at all. Here's the entire bumper with some light transitions. I mean, over here it's just as bad. It just looks really crappy. So what I'm gonna do today is I have a product called Dr. Colorchip. Now, this is a well-known product. They claim to blend things really nicely, and it's a really unique system where you basically just kind of dab it a little bit and then smear it and wipe it away. I'll show you exactly what kind of happens in the whole thing of what this product is. Not sponsored by them. I actually bought this myself because I've been really interested to see if it actually works. So that's the purpose of this video today, is can thin paint be repaired by Dr. Colorchip and their system? So I'm gonna get the kit out of the car. We're gonna go through exactly what you get in this system. We're gonna do the change, and then I will show you kind of the after. You saw the before. Let's see if this thing works. So I'm gonna grab the box, hold on one second, and we'll figure out exactly what we got going on. Okay, let's just open the trunk, and can't open the trunk. All right, let's pull forward a little. Well, that's better. So the kit is this. You basically get this guy, the Dr. Colorchip system. Here's my receipt, paid in full, Squirt and Squeegee Plus 467 Magic Blue Metallic for a 2005 Volvo V70. I paid $84.02 for this, plus shipping and handling and what have you. Now it looks like this thing actually doesn't come with full-on instructions in the box. So what you get is you get a microfiber cloth, some basically paper towel looking gauze things, one pair of gloves, two gloves, the little dab paintbrush, the seal act, which is the sealant you put on after, the actual paint color, a couple of different tools here, looks like a little bit of droppers and some it looks like a squeegee blender. Yeah, like a little squeegee. And the instructions are on the back. Basically, what you gotta do is shake the paint well, dab a small amount of paint next to the chip using a brush applicator, and then smear the paint flat across the chip using the Nitrelli, I don't know how to pronounce that, never have, Nitrel gloves. And then, yeah, I mean, you can kind of see everything here. Dry time, this is important, should be ready for step 3 after a few minutes, but you can actually leave it on for an hour. Then you basically do the seal blending solution, put it on, and you're good. Now what I'm going to be doing is not using these tools because there's so many. I'm going to be using this squeegee applicator. So I looked online and basically it's the same kind of story. You put it all on and then take the squeegee and run it over and move it into all of the areas. So let's basically see exactly how that works. I'm gonna move around to the front of the car and you'll see a little time lapse and that'll be it. So let's hope this works. So I'm sort of having to do everything one-handed now because I've got paint all over me, obviously. But it's already looking way better. Now this is only step one. Step two is to get the blending solution on. So I'm gonna actually just do that to the side because it's cured for a little while. And then I'm gonna see what it looks like after everything's blended and not off. This looks good. Oh, and this, don't worry about that. I have a spare grill in case this doesn't work out. And yeah, let's see how this looks after. So what you're looking at is a massive failure. Ooh, that does not look good. So let's go over what happened here. Basically, all right, so let me just show you the bumper first. What I was doing was I was glomming on the paint way too thick. And you can kind of see it's hazed into the clear coat. Now there's a reason for that and I'll tell you why in a minute. And I sort of did this on purpose. I knew this was a potential that could happen. So I'll tell you exactly everything that went wrong and why I did this. There were so many rock chips on this. This bumper basically needed a respray because it just made the front of the car look really ugly. The hood is basically pristine. The fenders are basically pristine. The other fender, everything else in the front of the car was great except for the bumper. The bumper was just kind of in shambles. So it needed a respray anyway. That's $300 or $400. It could be upwards of, $500, $600, $700 depending on the shop you go to. This is a budget option. This is 80 bucks. And honestly, there were too many holes for me to just sit here and do all these. It would have taken hours. This took about, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes just to do from basically this side all the way to here. Now, I was putting the paint on way too thick. It should have been just a couple drops and kind of blended it in. But the thing is, doing it on a flat surface like a hood or a door, it is a lot easier. Doing it on something with a ton of different concaves and crevices and curves and all this stuff, especially this bumper, which is pretty ridiculous as far as old bumpers are concerned. This is a 2005 car, and I mean, it's got cutouts and edges and trim pieces, and it's just bad. But let me come around here, you can kind of see more of the haze. Basically what they said it would be if you glommed it on too thick and you weren't able to get a lot of the paint off, it would basically go into the clear coat and haze into the clear coat. And that's exactly kind of what happened. Now, I knew this was a possibility with this kit, and me being an amateur DIYer, I knew this could potentially happen. With a bit more elbow grease and a couple more pads, I could have gotten all of this out and done exactly that, but I'm gonna wait until Saturday to do that. Another thing, this car is also ceramic coated a little bit, so I knew this could potentially happen on the front end too. But Saturday, what we're doing with this car is we're going to basically redetail this, because the last detail that this car had was a color correction, and there's just a lot of like imperfections in here. Some of the sticky for the window tint is still on here, and you can see it was razor bladed off, but not very well. There's a ton of wax residue, all this white stuff, it comes off, but it needs to be buffed out. This is basically just residue from the color correction. It's in the crevices, it's in the corners, and this car just needs a full detailing. So, actually, you can really see, this is, I didn't do anything with this with Dr. Colorchip. This is all ceramic coat left over. So what my buddy Kyle Pansis and I are going to do, you actually probably know him from the Saab video we made a couple of months ago, is we're going to redetail this whole car and we're gonna buff this entire thing out. So I wanted to see if it was possible for me to just do this in my work garage with, basic tools, minimal tools. And yes, I will concede that it is 100% possible, because I was putting paint all over right here, and to give you a better angle, only some of it is still showing. And you can see this, there were actually chips here. and a bunch of them have come out. So getting a little closer, a lot of these rock chips that we're showing here in the haze are filled in. So the product does work. It just didn't work the way I wanted it to because I didn't apply it 100% properly. Now, if I did this with these little tools and sat here for 2, 3, 4 hours, I mean, you guys saw how many rock chips there were. I mean, you can probably zoom in here and see just in this frame, how many you think there are there? I count at least 40 or 50, maybe even more than that. So part of this problem is the bumper's very concave. There's a lot of curves. It's difficult to work with the squeegee system. I'm not 100% confident with this system. It does work, obviously. They have tons of YouTube videos and tons of happy customers. So I'm not saying that Dr. Colorchip is a bad system. I'm just saying for me in this application, it probably is. And I didn't do it well. I know a professional installer probably would have done it well. And just to prove it, a lot of that paint came off. So I can just kind of pop this grill out and get the rest of it off. So yeah, there you have it. I ruined my paint with Dr. Colorchip, but I did it on purpose. So with that being said, I'm going to clean all this up. My freshly washed front bumper looks kind of like crap, but it's only Thursday and oh God, I don't even know what day it is anymore. It's Wednesday. So on Saturday, all of that's gonna be buffed out. We'll show you the after as to what exactly it looks like. And we're going to re-ceramic coat this car. We're not going to ceramic coat the front bumper because I want to get it resprayed and then I will ceramic coat it at another time. But we're gonna buff out the front bumper and try to get as much paint off of it as humanly possible. That's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you do get this system, just be careful of what you're exactly doing. Make sure you know what you're doing. I mean, I did know what I was doing. I watched all the YouTube videos. I followed the directions. You just can't really have a heavy hand with the paint. And the blending solution definitely works. You just need to use a lighter touch, a lot less paint, and you can fix a ton of chips on your car. It definitely works. Don't sue me, Dr. Colorchip. I think your product's still very good. I'm still going to try to use what's left over on the other side. And if you follow us on Instagram at Shifting Lanes, you'll see those after pictures probably in about a week or two when we get some nicer weather. It's about to rain, so that's why I kind of stopped and didn't want a ton of moisture to get down here and get near the car. That's it for this video. Thanks so much for watching. If you want to follow us, I mentioned it's at Shifting Lanes anywhere. You can also follow us on DriveTribe and check out our news articles that are basically every day, just the normal news. You can support the channel by checking out the links in the description below for merch, Patreon. Go to avalonking.com and buy their product. It's on this car. I believe in it. I'm going to apply it again, better than it was last time, and we're going to make this thing shine beautifully. That's it for this video. Thanks so much for watching, and I will catch you next time. See ya!